I know, right? I am sitting on the Road Glide ST! I can't believe it that I actually made it on this one also still. But the thing is, my battery juice is running out of juice. This is the last battery I have, and I only have 30% left. And with this heat, it won't last till the end. But it's fine. In case you don't hear the full explanation, full review, I will switch over to a sit-down quick video and just relay back on like how much I like this one. I'm 5'3" short, really. If you just in case you're new here and you haven't heard that quite a few times already. And I usually ride a Heritage Classic. And my husband Andy, he rides a Softail Slim, but we are thinking about upgrading into a bagger for him. So it's just a matter of like, okay, which one do we want? So many great options.
That's good that the fairing doesn't move.
Well, it's just like with the Road Glide too, right? I start to like it though.
Huh?
I start to like it though. There we go, green light. I need the wind. Ah, the traffic is not helping. But I want to show you the scenic stuff. So far, I cannot tell really a big difference, at least riding position-wise, between the not the lowrider, the Road Glide, the standard one, and this ST one. It's pretty similar. The fairing size sounds about the right, like the same thing. Seat is tiny bit different. I'm not like it doesn't hug my bum quite as the regular Road Glide one did. Which is funny because you should expect that this one should be even more comfortable, right? Oh, it's hot. Melting! Huh? You don't want to get a Road Glide? I know. She looks good. She looks good. And comfortable. Do not! Do not do a burnout! I really started to fall in love with the Road Glide. I never thought I would. I always was not a big fan of like the fairing not moving and being fixated on the frame, not the forks. But I started to like it. In comparison to the regular Road Glide, you can tell that this beast here has definitely a little bit more power. Yeah, you can tell. Just can't wait until we can get off the highway, so we have a little bit of a nicer ride and are not kind of like stuck in traffic and stuck behind this little smart there.
Probably go with the lowrider S.
Yeah, right? I like the lowrider S better than this one too. And now that I don't have much battery juice anyways as is, we're stuck behind traffic. That's stupid. I actually like the fact that with the fairing being on the frame and not on the forks, it's actually very easy to handle. Even though it kind of still freaks me out that even if my handlebars are moving, the fairing isn't moving. Especially on lower speeds, it's weird. Oh yeah. And I can't believe you guys are still here. I honestly thought it was just like 5 minutes and you're dying. Or like the battery's dying, not you're dying. Oh, Corinna. But yeah, so far I really, really like the ST. First of all, the power behind it and the sound already with like a stock exhaust is insanely good. And the Road Glide is really growing on me. I did not expect that. I really did not. In case you're wondering, I'm only 5'3" tall or short, depending on how you want to see it. And I absolutely love this bike. Oh man, I'm in trouble. And as predicted, I didn't make it to the end of the ride with the little battery juice I had left. But that's okay, because now I'm sitting on my Heritage Classic and we can reflect how freaking amazing the Road Glide ST is. As soon as the battery was done and I know I couldn't record anymore, I blasted the music on this machine to test the audio system, of course, not because It's freaking amazing. I mentioned in my previous videos that last year when I test drove the Rogue Light, I didn't like her. Just like in sense of the fixed fairing is kind of freakish, especially when you're going on slower speeds. But, a big but, this year it seemed to be totally different. So the Rogue Light is like, you can get used to that for sure. And it's still freaky on slower speeds? Yes. Is it super extremely comfortable on high speeds? Absolutely. So it just depends on like what kind of riding you want to do and how much you're getting used to it, really. But the fact that I was not completely, but as wind protected as it gets on a motorcycle was pretty freaking cool. Even though it got really warm at a point. Like as soon as you stand on traffic lights, I mean, even if you don't have a fairing or a windshield, it gets hot on traffic lights. But through going through slower speeds, like through traffic, you don't get any wind at all anymore, or wind, like temperature control, if you will. That's okay. Like, I mean, how long does it really get too hot to ride? Not too many days here in Canada. The sound system I just mentioned is real good. Like you can hear the music proper. It almost seems like the music is hugging you, almost as if you would be in a little bubble. Which makes sense when you think about how the air flows around you and the acoustics kind of with it. So you are in your own little bubble, still can like hear traffic around you, no problem whatsoever. And so easy to control. Like you just have your little button there on the side of the handlebar, and you can twist it and like crank it up, crank it down, change the channel, no problem. One thing I'm still so incredibly surprised about is how nimble and agile these big bikes are. You should think, right? The bigger the bike, the heavier it is to handle. No, not really. Like I should not really say that, but I was going around corners way faster than I should have with this bike. But you can push it and counter steer it so easily. It's really like a rolling ship. It's just like kind of cruise around the corners, you know? It's really easy to just smoothly ride and don't force it so much. If you've watched my previous video, the Rogue King, then you know that I had to, like really had to put effort into the Rogue King to push it down and keep it down when you go around the corners, as it wants to stand itself back up automatically, which is really nice along the touring if you go longer straighter routes, but on corners and curves, I guess exhausting. With the Rogue Light here, extremely nimble. I couldn't believe it until I tried it myself, to be honest, because that's usually the last thing you expect, right? In comparison to the Heritage, my Heritage is still a little bit easier to navigate or to nibble around, shift around, but only out of the simple reason that it's lighter. The fairing isn't that big, the frame is smaller, the saddlebags are smaller. It's just a weight thing. Oh, and talking about the weight thing, how would I be able to push it around, navigate it around when the engine is off? Honestly, I didn't have any problems whatsoever. Like, I can still reach the ground pretty comfortably. If you have seen the previous videos, I only wore shocks with with not really high, which are not really high in profile. But I could still reach the ground very comfortably. And if I would have to push it around, that's also no problem. I can still push it because the center of gravity is so low on these bikes. So it takes me very little effort to actually put in to move it to where I need to. The only time when I would struggle would be if I have to push it backwards and up a hill. Like, you know what I mean, right? But I'm struggling with this issue on my Heritage too. But for that, you can just get off the bike and push it standing. Then you're just totally fine. Or you park smarter. Both ways work. Overall, I was really, really surprised on how much I liked the Rogue Light series this year. Man, I might be in trouble. Especially with the big fairing and the big saddlebags. It's perfect for touring. I mean, that's what's supposed to be, right? But don't worry, I won't give up my Heritage Classic too fast. Ooh, one thing I haven't mentioned about the Rogue Light ST at all is the paint job, actually. The black details. Ooh. Yeah, that's a sexy looking bike. One thing is definitely more noticeable is the power in the Road Glide ST in comparison to the Road Glide. I was road gliding before. I rode the Road Glide before the standard one, and then sitting now on the ST, just skipping the special altogether. The power difference, yeah, that was it was really exciting. You can't see my smile right now, but whee, that was fun. I really don't have too many bad things to say about the Road Glide, except the price tag. Man, if this one would come in a little bit cheaper, yeah, I might already have it in my garage, I'm not sure. But this one is extremely pricey. I mean, it has all bells and whistles, but yeah, the price tag is nothing I'm really too excited about. Which makes it just harder, because otherwise this bike is pretty amazing. Anyways, but that's it. I hope you enjoyed this quick little review. A little bit different at the end, but hey, you have to improvise when the batteries are running out of juice. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions that I didn't cover yet. And I will for sure to answer them to the best of my capabilities. And until we see each other the next time, I hope you're riding safe and having tons of fun out there, because riding season is coming to an end. And it's very, very sad. Very sad. But hey, let's ride as long as we can. Okay, see you next time.